All right, guys. So while I was in vacation, I heard that Genshin Impact they dropped a trailer. It's like a lore trailer, a story trailer, and you guys can see it has 3 million views. Pretty huge. All right, it is pretty huge, and I will say when it comes to Genshin Impact's lore, my only issue with Genshin Impact's lore is the fact that there is too much bloated dialogue, so therefore it just starts to like burn me out. But I will say when it comes to the actual lore itself, with like Celestia, Conria, the Shades, the Primordial one, like that is actually pretty. Like I will say the lore for Genshin Impact is pretty good. All right, it's actually not that bad. And if you were to ask me which one do I prefer when it comes to lore, between Wuthering Waves or Genshin Impact, I'm gonna have to go for Genshin Impact because I do feel like when it comes to Genshin Impact, the lore for Genshin is a lot more. I would just say it's a lot more simple than Wuwa. It's just easy to follow. And sure, we can say yeah, it's because of Paimon. She regurgitates what these NPCs say, like all these characters say, like she always regurgitate what these other characters say all the time, so therefore it's easy for us to understand what's going on. But at the same time, the mystery, the lore, you know what I'm saying? Like I do feel like Genshin Impact, I prefer that over Wuwa because Wuwa can be a little bit hard to follow, which is fine. Like, it really just comes down to preference. Just that my only issue with Genshin is that there is no skip button and you have to go through the bloated dialogue in order for you to get to the interesting parts. Sucks. But we're gonna go in and react to this. This is like 8 minutes long, and we're gonna see what this is all about. If you're planning on spending any money on Genshin Impact, now it is the perfect opportunity for you to spend money while saving money. Well, thanks to LD Shop, you have that opportunity. So as you guys can see here, there are multiple deals here in LD Shop. If you go in game right now on Genshin Impact, you won't see these deals. So we're going to go ahead and pick the Blessing of the Welkin Moon. Now, just to remind you guys, if you are playing on PlayStation or Xbox, you're playing on console, you don't want to purchase the Genesis crystals because you would have to get the game on mobile in order for it to actually go through to your console. So it's just easier for you to just go with the Blessing of the Welcome. So make sure that your information is accurate. I'm going to go ahead and click top up. All right, here we go. We're going to wait for it to load up. Come on, come on. There we go. Click pay now. And then boom, it says deliver. So now all we have to do is wait in game and we'll see if it actually went through. So as you guys can see here, it went through. We already had the welcome pass, but it refreshed because we purchased it again through LD Shop. So now it says 35 days remaining. So if you want to start saving money today, make sure you go ahead and click the link in the description down below and you will receive a 15% discount. Is this playing through my headphones? Wait, give me 1 second, guys. Okay, it wasn't playing through my headphones. There it is. We're good now.
This world has always been so. Life abides no reason, for none are born by their own consent.
Now, I'm pretty sure when it comes to the shades, right? So you do have Ishtaroth. I remember that it was Ishtaroth. I think she was the time shade, the time god. You had I forgot. Ishtaroth was the only one I remembered. Ishtaroth, I think Renova? Renova? Vine Daughter, which was gold. That's Albedo's master. And I forgot who the third one. I think the third one is the unknown god. Yeah, the one that we saw at the beginning of the game. Those are all the shades. But I think the unknown god, she's like the leader of all the shades. I have no idea because last time I remember when it comes to the lore, it's really complicated and I think it has something to do with like the primordial one going up against the second who came, right? That's what they call the second who came, and the second who came defeated the primordial one, and the second who came, people are theorizing that that's Celestia, and that's pretty much what's her name? Asmodee. Yeah, that's her name, Asmodee, which is the unknown god. So, Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, guys. When it comes to the lore, you do Genshin Impact. The lore is actually really nice. It's just that it's just the bloated dialogue. The bloated dialogue and no skip button is what made me left the fucking game. But let's continue here.
Death abides no reason,
So I think that's Renova, right?
for
The
it cannot
death
be defied,
death shade, whatever.
even by those who see it coming. Time abides no reason,
And that's Istaroth. I remember that.
for it deprives us all equally, yet
And I think we
brooks
actually
not a
talked to her
second
before. I
to
don't know.
be reclaimed. Space abides no reason.
And that's Asmodee, the unknown god. The fuck?
The ruler
Who's this old lady?
stopped golden-haired twin travelers and mercilessly tore them apart.
So she's talking about the unknown god stopping the traveler from leaving Tavat. So they call her the space god, right? I ain't gonna lie, this is a huge lore drop. A huge lore drop for sure. Damn.
Nabir... No. This looks more like Rhine-daughter's doing.
The Rhine daughter,
Please
that's
don't litter other people's
Albedo's
spaces with
master.
your bizarre creations.
Who's that? Is that Rhine daughter?
Unsurprisingly, all life here has been rendered unstable, tainted by the ruler of space. I have seen enough to know that repeating this experiment would be fruitless.
Hold up. Rhine daughter, we all know Rhine daughter, she was from Conria, right? And she was the reason why Celestia, they destroyed Conria. One of the reasons why. I don't know. But they said that she was looking for like this ancient artifact. I don't know, this relic or something in we don't know where the fuck she's at, but the fact that she's one of the shades, I didn't see that coming. I might be wrong here, but it's either she's one of the shades or she's associated with the shades. Like she actually knows the shades and she has influence on them and she has a connection with them. Because the fact that she's talking to one of the shades here is very interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm pretty sure Renova, whoever this shade is, she was the one behind the destruction of Conria, right? Because you do have the curse of immortality. I remember that.
You seem to wield my power as if it were nothing but a plaything for your amusement. Although merging with you has stripped me of agency, I shall still continue to voice my
She has a clone?
disapproval. My dear Rhine daughter, you have my respect, Naberius. Your nag.
Naberius. Who is Naberius? I don't know who Naberius is. It's been a minute.
One of the only things
You guys
that
can let me know in the
under
comment
my
section down
skin.
below. I don't know who Naberius is.
And you, Istaroth? Why did you bestow history upon them?
I had to find some way to pass the time, did I not? After all, it's
Interesting.
clear that Asmodee is not here.
So I remember somewhere within the story they were saying that Asmodee, unknown god, she has been like inactive for like a really long time. And when I mean by like inactive, like AFK, like she's just nowhere to be found. So this pretty much proves the theories that Paimon is the unknown god is true. Because if Asmodee is in a deep slumber or she's inactive, right? Doesn't that prove that Paimon is probably the unknown god or like a different version of her? I have no idea.
Well, perhaps you could share your input a little earlier next time. But you're right. There's no trace of Asmodee here. Where has she gone? Anyway, it's time I put this space out of its misery.
That's the cube, right? The cubes that we've seen at the beginning of the game.
these meetings are just a formality.
Wait, who's
Does it
that?
really matter that only 3 of us are here?
I, for one,
Oh,
think
that's,
that we
I
should
think that's
find her.
Istaroth.
Since the
Yeah,
heavenly
that's Istaroth.
principles cast us as shades, not one of us has ever missed a meeting. The
Okay,
heavenly principles
since the heavenly principles cast us as shades. Okay, so Daughter's a shade? I didn't know that. Because, like, that's very interesting. So she is a shade. So Asmodee casted them as a shade because the heavenly principles is Asmodee. So we see 3 shades here. Are they, like, and we see like, okay, so there's 1 staircase. There's like 4 staircases in total. So that's probably Asmodee's, like probably where she, I don't know. Asmodee's supposed to be over here. She's missing.
cast us as shades. Not one
But I'm
of us
confused
has
as
ever
to why
missed a meeting.
how Daughter is a
What
shade.
if she just switched sides? Finding her would do more harm than good.
Feels like Robin.
Now there's an interesting idea. Better than being devoured.
Just switched sides.
Just switch sides. Bro, it's Paimon, dude. It's so obvious. It's so obvious it's Paimon. So Asmodee switched sides. So we know Asmodee is the reason why Conry got destroyed. That's what we're assuming. And the fact that she switched sides when the traveler woke up, right? He fished Paimon out the water. And ever since then, you know, the traveler's been traveling with Paimon. And it seems like Paimon, she has no memories at all, right? So it's either, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's either the unknown god, she lost all her memories, she got reincarnated. I have no fucking idea. I don't think it's like she got reincarnated. I think it's more like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just so confusing. Switching sides. Why would she do that?
Make it sound like such a trivial affair. We are shades, shadows of the heavenly principles. It's unthinkable. Unless she loves her new master more than her own self.
It's literally Paimon, bro.
Renova, do you know that you're being watched?
By whom? Whose gaze could pierce this far?
Oh, is it that Piero? Number 1. I wouldn't say number 1 of the Fatui Harbinger because that was Capitano. By the way, rest in peace to that guy. Like the way that they the way that they obliterated Capitano is insane. But I think this guy is the director. He's the director of the Harbingers.
I remember
Yeah.
those eyes.
And he's from Conria.
It was just before I placed the curse of immortality.
Oh, so Renova is the one who placed the curse of immortality. Okay. So she's the one who placed it to the people from Conria. So he's seen her before.
Ah, yes. He's an old acquaintance of mine. I'm sure that working for the Tsarits.
Hero knows Daughter. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because they're both from Conria,
does
so that
have
makes
to
sense.
let go of his past obsessions.
But her pupils look really interesting. It's like one
The
pupil's like
Archon. With her paltry
chromosome.
powers, she dares set her gaze on the heavenly principles.
The heavenly principles have yet to awaken. If I were her, I wouldn't pass on that opportunity either.
My dear Daughter, you know I cannot allow you to think that way.
What the fuck is that, man? Who's Naberius? I need to search that
Purely
up.
hypothetical, Naberius.
For lack of a direct order, I say it's time we intervened. Of course, to the extent permitted by the rules.
I think this is non-cry, right? Yeah, that's not.
The gaze of the gods has always been considered a blessing. Hence the origin and meaning
That's some fucking
of
futuristic shit right there.
visions.
Fucking
People have
sci-fi
always
shit, man.
yearned for the gaze of the gods. And yet, it is said that when mortals look directly upon the gods, they invite their wrath and retribution. And what of it? Lives will be lost, a nation brought to ruins. So be it. It is nothing I have not endured before. I already know the price of gazing upon the gods. So tell me, what is the price of killing a god?
Yeah, we know that's what they're planning to do. That's why they're collecting all the gnosis. They're trying to like, you know, fight Celestia because of what they did to Conria. That's what the Cryo Archon is. We all know when it comes to every Archon, they each have like there. How can I say this? Like we look at Venti, right? Venti is the Archon of freedom. Zhongli is the Archon of no contracts. Uh, what's her name? Raiden is the Archon of what was it again? I think Raiden is I forgot which one Raiden was. Nahida is the god the Archon of wisdom. Cryo Archon I think is the Archon of love. And I think the reason why she's doing this is because of, you know, all the people who died in Conria. So it was bad for them. She's trying to avenge them. Have all those Heliotros and whatever. And I think when it comes to the Pyro Archon, she's the Archon of. So each Archon, they each have their own unique trait. Like they're each like a god of a specific trait. So therefore, when it comes to the Cryo Archon, I understand why she's doing this. Why she wants to, you know, avenge. I'm assuming that she's trying to avenge the people. That's what I'm assuming. But when it comes to the Fatui, this is the thing too about the Fatui, right? Let me go and switch my camera real quick. We're gonna finish this video, but the thing that I find interesting about, you know, the Fatui is that they did bad things. Like when you take a look at the Tory, right? The Tory is a piece of shit. All those experiments he did is just ridiculous. But when you look at the reason why they're doing this, it's not a bad reason. It's just that the way they're doing it is just not good. That's why when it comes to the Fatui, I just like the way that they built the Fatui. You know what I'm saying? Like I like the way that they built the Fatui. It's like they're morally gray. They're in between light and dark. It's like sometimes they're doing out of pocket shit and sometimes they're actually doing good things. For example, Capitano, right? Capitano, what he did for Natlin was actually really good. And it's pretty obvious that Saritsa, it's like she wants them to get the gnosis. Like she wants every harbinger to get the gnosis, but at the same time, it's like she wants them to do whatever the fuck they want. Because Capitano, he you know, fought with the Pyro Archon to protect Natlin or whatever. Scaramouche, he betrayed. I wouldn't say well, yeah, actually, yeah, he did. He did betray. Like he actually just, you know, left the Fatui. He just left him. Um, we look at Senora, right? Senora, I mean, she didn't really do anything wrong, to be honest. I mean, when I say anything wrong, like she didn't do anything wrong in the Saritsa's eyes, like when it comes to the Harbingers. Like she was just trying to get the Gnosis and just get the fuck up out of there, but Raiden killed her. Uh, we look at Tartaglia, right? Tartaglia, he helps the main character sometimes too. So when it comes to the Fatui, they're like in between of good and evil, right? They're in between. So I'm really interested to see the outcome of this plan that they're doing where like they're gathering all the gnosis so that they can like, you know, fight against the heavenly principles. I really want to see how that's gonna work.
God stays silent.
Because
As
I
if
don't
the
think it's a
thought
bad idea,
never
man. You know what I'm saying?
once
Like
crossed his
the
mind.
heavenly principles did some fucked up
To
shit.
all those who dare not look up to the heavens, Her Majesty the Tsaritsa says this. Behold.
And there you go, Celestia's right there. So
Gods have their limits.
yeah. More? Bro, this is like some fucking Warhammer.
Inspection over. Return to
Warhammer
your
shit,
posts.
man.
Make sure the Frostmoon Scions don't pose a threat.
Per the Pale Star Edict, we are to retrieve the damselette from Nod Cry, whatever it takes.
The damsel. Oh, that's oh shit. That's number 3. Yes, that's number 3 of the Harbingers. What's her name again? I forgot her name. But the girl with the freaking white, she has like white blindfold or whatever. Yeah. So she's in Nodcray. We're actually gonna see her in Nodcray. Okay, very interesting. She's top 3. They did say top 3. They have the ability to actually fight the Archons. But yeah, man, that's pretty much all we have now. I do want to search up who Naberius is. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so when we take a look at this, so Naberius. So, okay, we have Istaroth here. Wait, what the fuck is this? Is this on the official Genshin Impact website? Okay, there we go. We got more info. So, Ruler of Death, Renova. So we already know that. Ruler of Life is Naberius. And Rhine-Daughter is Gold. Ishtaroth, Ruler of Time. So these are pretty much, I will say, the 3 shades. Because Rhine-Daughter and Naberius, it's like they're both the same and they're both linked. Which is very, very interesting. So that's Naberius. Rhine-Daughter devours Naberius. Very, very interesting. Yeah, guys, that was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? That was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I'm an honest person, man. Like, I know hitting on Genshin is like the top thing right now, but no, when it comes to the lore in Genshin Impact, I think it's great. I think the lore is great. My only complaint again is, of course, to blow the dialogue, and you guys do need to understand. Excuse me. It's been 5 years, right? Players have been waiting for 5 years for this to happen. That is a really long time. When we take a look at the Fatui trailer where they showed all the Harbingers, that was like, I think that was like 3 years ago or 2 years ago. That's when Sumeru dropped. So it's like the pacing of the story, I will say the pacing is really, really long, man. It's extremely long because they would always drop these teasers and people would be excited, but like you would have to wait 2 more years or 3 more years for, for whatever, like the characters you see in the trailer, like all the shades. You would have to wait a long ass time for them to actually release these characters. Now, I will be honest with you guys, when it comes to the shades, I don't think they're going to be playable. They're going to be too fucking OP. Like, they can't make the shades trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not possible. They can't make them trash. They're incredibly OP. It's either they're going to nerf them, and when I say nerf them, they're going to use the story to nerf these shades, and so that you can, actually play with them, or they're just not going to be playable. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. But that was actually really good. I really like that trailer. It was nice, really, really nice. Definitely gonna give lore enthusiasts some more material, and it's definitely gonna create some more theories. But I will say overall, I can't wait to see how the story of Genshin Impact will end, because I will say the lore has a lot of potential. They just have to learn how to condense the story and give players the opportunity to actually skip through the story so that they can enjoy the story at their own pace. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. So let me give me some theories. Let me know what you guys think. But that's all I have to say. Hope you guys have a good one, and I'll be seeing you guys on the next one. Adios.